And the funny thing is that almost all vitamin products are very saleable in the Philippine market today because of desperation to have fair skin tone. Whether you admit it or not, it is depressing why we are trying to identify ourselves with the people whom we aren't. Venus is in fair skin, but why did she stand out? Was it because of how she carried and projected herself? It also did. Friends, color is not the issue here. It is on how she made it successful. Of course, she believes in herself. She's proud and confident of her Filipino heritage. A Filipino is a mixture of different races such as this rock. Look at those sitting next to you. Do they have flat, big, or well-chiseled noses? Do they have fair skin or cremongy complexion? Then ask them if they are a Filipino. Probably the influences of our foreign blood, our colonizers, have invaded our mindset towards our beliefs and culture. Colonial mentality is the culprit. Let us open our eyes if we were long made to believe that they were superior and we were inferior, even in physical appearance. It is not what we are now. Look at our brother Pinoys who really take an extra message. This time, the lives of our culture's pride. First ever in boxing history, the 8-time world champion, Manny Pacquiao, our international singing sensation, Charisse Pempenko, and a lot more. It cannot be denied that in many contest events, there are Filipinos standing out. Why? It is because Filipinos naturally possess great talents. We survive no matter how tough situations may be. I'm even dreaming that one day the new breed of Pinoys, we included, will raise our nation from its poor state. Gone are the days when we were dubbed as the notorious indolent one kamay. Despite these undesirable traits instilled in us, here we are now, fighting, claiming we don't deserve them. We were not what they claim of us to be. Based on Dr. Body Comandante's research, and now at the University of the Philippines, even before the Spaniards came, we already had the religious belief. We already traded with the Chinese. We already had the system of government. We already had a system of writing older than Alibata. Even numbers very similar to the Arabic numerals, which means we might have had the original system before it was developed to be theirs. And according to Eflan Damocano, we already had a rich literary treasure in Ilawan from the Visayas region, comparable to that of the Greek Odyssey. Well, with this learning, don't we have the right to be proud of our own race? What we developed a long time ago might have been corrupted by our colonizers and imbibed in our system the wrong information that will make us feel down. Our colonizers might have succeeded for a time, but it's over now. We need to wake up from our deep slumber. We need to take pride of our true culture and heritage without being believed. This perhaps will be the reason why we can still afford to laugh, even in times of trouble and difficulties. And we always survive because it runs in our blood, the nobility of our true character and virtue. We take things that easy. Ladies and gentlemen, if we want to rebuild this nation, it is a must that we know our history. And from there, we will take pride for our identity. And we will no longer identify ourselves with the people whom we aren't. Nevertheless, we will eventually love, support, and promote our own. For example, let us buy Filipino. What is needed is that we develop our passion to raise our Filipino race. Who would ever raise us? But us. Why do we need to study hard? This time, we do it for a great purpose that's clear in mind, to be a good example, and thereby affecting our classmates, inspiring our schoolmates, and the fellow youth of today. We know this could cost us so much, our time and effort. This may be very painful and taxing, but by thinking of this little act, this little contribution, would turn to a great change that will make us Filipinos worth dying for. Out of love for our Filipinos, we respect them. Out of respect, we obey the laws, may it be school or traffic rules. Out of obedience, we lower crime rate and produce more. Ladies and gentlemen, we ought to take this as a challenge because there's only one Philippines, and I want to live this as a legacy for my children and to my children's children. Determination with prayer is what it takes. To end, let me quote say from the Oriental poet Kalidasa. Yesterday is only a dream, tomorrow is only a vision. But today, well lived, makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision.